Hey everybody, welcome back to the Healthy Sandwich, and thank you for watching. Um, I guess today I wanted to actually go over something that really bothered me today. Going to my somebody that I know very closely, and we started talking about normal stuff and hanging out and all that stuff there. But then it started coming down to taxes and where it went from there. I felt pretty strongly about it, so I may not have the answers, but it's just something that I feel about it. I just wanted to address it. It came up because tax season is coming up in a couple months. I already did my taxes. I didn't receive a lot back. 19 for this tax season. So yeah, it was not much at all. It was actually less than half than what I had last year. So I did it on my own because it was it was free through TurboTax, and not promoting TurboTax, but it was free because I wasn't feeling like paying about half the amount of what I was gonna get to a CPA to do my taxes when I could just do it on my own. So with a little bit of time, and I had a friend kind of overlook what I was doing, it made it pretty easy. So closely said, was doing tax exempt because I went through my W-4 forms, and it said, do you want to be tax exempt? Because you expect to get the refund, and you don't earn something that makes you exempt. Whereas most people just check off, I'm not exempt, so take out. What that means is take out more out of my paycheck, so that way when the tax refund season starts coming in, or not really tax refund, but tax season comes in, then you can start doing deductions and all that stuff there. And if the government took out more out of your paycheck, then they're going to give you a refund, because it makes it easier than trying to collect money. So let's say you owe the IRS $10,000. Are they going to get $10,000 from you? Probably not. You're going to be running away. That's why we hear about all that stuff there. So it makes it easier when somebody's being taxed more and then they get the refund. They're in this sovereign nation mentality that the laws don't apply to them, and the laws are written in a way, and it becomes a game of trying to figure out, well, how do you beat the system? And it just becomes I had to think about it, and as I was thinking, I was like, hey, I understand what you're trying to say, but think of it like this. You're going to school. Okay, you have anatomy class. Okay, so if the teacher wrote out on your syllabus, said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna give 5 tests. Okay, in this semester you have 5 tests. Okay, and as long as you show up, you will get the highest grade. Your grade will reflect the highest of everybody's grades. Okay, that's great. And so when you think about it, if everybody had this sovereign nation mentality where everybody became tax exempt, this applies to what I was just saying about class, and it's going to apply, and I'll explain that. What's going to happen in the end? I asked, what's going to happen in the end if you, and you, and you, and you, everybody, including myself, if all of us said, hey, don't tax, forget the tax. I want my hard-earned money. Don't tax me, nothing. I want my money, who cares? What's going to happen to our economy? What's going to happen to our future? What's going to happen? And I said, hey, I was going to explain to you about anatomy class. Okay, you go into the class, you have that there. What does that have to do with taxation? Well, as a teacher from the past, if I was the teacher and my anatomy class is right here, and I have 30 students, for me to keep teaching the class, the program that's there, I need to make sure that my product I send out is going to succeed. Okay, so all my students are my products per se, because they have to learn everything, and they're going to give out what little knowledge they have at a time. And when they succeed, they can actually go on into more prestigious or fulfilling medical careers or professions. It doesn't have to be a doctor or anything, but it's going to succeed and could push forward. Then more students will keep coming in, and it'll keep feeding. So therefore, all they have to do is just give out a little bit of their knowledge on anatomy, just a little bit, every so often, and it's going to pay off for a future. This is what I'm talking about with taxation. So you're in the class, the teacher's just asking you for a little bit, saying show up, you have 5 tests, all you have to do is show up, and you get the highest of all the grades. So you have 30 students, okay? And if you're the person here who had to study and understands where the Orecleon process is, I can't really talk about it right now. My mind is really going quickly. Orecleon process is. I'm sure you can Google it and find out right now. But if it was on your test and, you know, you're like, I didn't really study for it, so I think it's right here, you know, this part. I think that's the Orecleon process. So you get your test back, you look at it, it's like, holy crap, I got a 98. I guess that's the Orecleon process. Oh my God, woohoo! You're giving high fives, you know, you're super excited that you got a 98. Oh my God, but that's the stipulation. You showed up, okay? And there's another kid who came by and he's like, you know, I actually didn't really come to, I missed the first 6 days, but I showed up for the test and I got a 98 too. Woo, all right. So what's gonna happen? Think about it, what's gonna happen? The thing is, the likelihood is that it's gonna collapse. Why? Because you, the one who knows where that is, that location, the correct location is, you worked your ass off to understand where that is, what it does, and exact purpose of that process. So you're like, oh my God, it's over here. And you're looking at the person who pointed over here and the other one who didn't even show up. And you're like, oh my God, why do I have to put in the work effort for these ones that aren't doing anything? Remember, this class of 30, there was probably the first couple tests, you're probably gonna see that, like, all right, everybody, they worked hard. They want to get that huge grade. Boom. Second one, it's gonna drop. And then it's gonna keep dropping and dropping and until nobody wants to work. Why? Because we don't want to feel like we're doing the work for somebody else. That's exactly what I'm trying to point out. I said, hey, can you look at yourself? Can you honestly look at yourself? And not just yourself, but look at me. Look at me directly in the eye and say, thank you for the roads that I use that I don't pay for, sucker. Can you do that? Look at me and say it. Oh, you behind the screen probably can say it, but look at the next person near you. When you wake up and walk over, go ahead and ask them that. Can you say that over and over again? Does that make you a good person? Does it make you who you really want to be? If you answered yes and keep doing that, I guess that's the person that you really are. You know, can you really live that way? But the majority of us don't. And so I'm fine with being taxed. I'm fine with where it's gonna go. I'm actually okay if my money that I work hard for and that I live within my means. I don't need extravagant things. If it means that somebody that I can help out without really touching them can have health care, or somebody can retire without having to worry about where their medicine is going to be or what's going to happen if they end up having a stroke or anything like that. Let's talk about health, but even other things, all right? That's like Medicaid. A young lady, a young girl gets impregnated by choice, or who knows, could be rape, whatever. She needs health care or something of the nature. A lot of it revolves around healthcare because that's where I came from. And I can relate to it very, very strictly. But what about all the other things that we have? We just said it. The fire department, the police department, all those public things that we have. Without my taxation, without being taxed for the infrastructure of the highways that I use frequently, going up and down Rhode Island 95, 295, all those highways that we use. You know, do you take a moment to stop by and look at the bridges and all that stuff there? You look underneath, you see the infrastructure. The bridge looks like it's going to collapse. Who's going to pay for it? If you're not going to pay for it because hey, it's all my money, I keep and hold on to it, then you're doing the same thing as the people that you hate. You hate those corporations because they're just swimming in all their riches because, you know, they're not being taxed and there are laws that help them out. And you just want to own that. It's kind of like a video game, online video gaming, for those of us who are trying to figure this out. Okay? If you're playing Call of Duty and you spend hours and hours trying to headshot people and be really good at this stuff here, and then all of a sudden somebody just turns around and keeps headshotting you without even trying, they have an aimbot, they're cheating. Oh, they got God mode. No matter what you do, you shoot them and all that stuff. You throw anything at them, they're not dying. What's gonna happen? All right, then everybody wants to do this here, and so what happens? Everybody's gonna cheat too. And so if everybody cheats, is that game any good anymore? You ever been in a lobby where everybody cheats? I was in one by accident. It just put me in there. I was like, what the hell? Everybody's cheating. I couldn't die. They couldn't die. I was like, what the hell just happened? And I was afraid of getting a virus on my, getting in the internet and all that stuff. So I stopped playing. It wasn't even worth it. It was like, I'm shooting bullets and all that stuff there. Nobody's dying for 20 minutes. It's just, the game's 20 minutes long. You're just shooting around, running around, and doing nothing, and teabagging, and nobody, because nobody can die. That's that fun? Is that really fun? That's exactly what's happening here. Is that with that mindset of, hey, you know what, sucker, you play as hard as you can, and I'm gonna go ahead and cheat. People they're gonna look at you that way, in that light. And is that what you really want to do? Because you're already looking at the corporations were doing that. That's all I gotta really say. I wanted to talk about something else, but this was pretty much on the topic. It resonated with me a lot when I came home. I really couldn't think straight, so gotta put it out there. So sorry for having this ramble. Hopefully I'll be talking about something better than taxes and all that stuff there, but yeah, maybe I'll put out my drawing and artwork and all that stuff there. I did the last time, over the weekend. Today is going to be Wednesday, so on Saturday I tried making a video of my my comic books, but I had the phone camera flipped, so if I put it out, it's going to be completely playing upside down. So I'm gonna redo another video that actually shows my artwork and all that stuff there. So thank you for listening. If you have any ideas or whatever it is there, please share it. And be mindful of who's gonna be on it. I'm not. By the time I will probably even see it. So you won't be talking to me. You'll be talking to anybody else there on the comment feed and all that stuff there. So, but to keep it civil and all that stuff there, and then just be just be mindful of what was being said, the message of it. Okay, all right. Thanks, sovereign citizens. Not a hit out to you, but I just want to point out that you may be looking at things very different from everybody else, and it may look good, but the way everybody's looking at you, don't feel bad that everybody, or don't be upset that people are looking at you that way, because you're asking for it. That's all. Thank you.